All right, pomegranate is the fruit of hope, regeneration, and celebration of the new year, and we know it has antioxidants, but now Dr. Ruth Gabizon is proving the neurological benefits as well, and we are so happy to have such a superwoman here. Welcome to the show, Shana Tova.
Shana Tova for all of you, yes.
Thank you. First of all, not surprising, the pomegranate is talked about, it's used throughout history, there's a reason behind it.
It's our fruit, isn't it?
And nothing, everything is connected, right?
Everything is connected. But in this case, it was a more complicated story because, we know our nerve cells are very specific and we need them a lot. And the problem with them is that although they can live a long time, it's not forever. And at some point, they begin to die because of damage, of oxidation that they do to themselves through respiration protocols, which are our normal life. And we cannot replace them in any way. So we need a way to keep them as long as we can. Mm-hmm. And this is true for normal aging, and obviously it's also true for neurodegenerative diseases where all this process of aging and of dying cells is even faster. And there are people that get these diseases just like that sporadically, and others that get it genetically because they have genes that make the cells die faster because of proteins that aggregate and other problems.
Right.
And so we need an antioxidant, actually very strong, that will get to the brain and keep these cells going for as long as we can, so we can live longer and be alert longer.
What made you think to kind of realize, maybe there's a kesher between the pomegranate and brain cells?
It all started from myself buying a cream for my face in a trip that we did and seeing that it's great. And then I went to see what this cream is, and I find out that ponicic acid, or omega-5, is the main component of pomegranate seed oil, considered to be the fastest, the strongest antioxidant in nature.
Wow.
However, if you just drink pomegranate seed oil, it all goes to the liver, gets digested, and we know all fat where it goes, don't we? So we actually needed a way to make it go to the brain. And this is when I put together some efforts with Professor Shlomo Magdassi from the Nanotechnology Center of the Hebrew University, and we put together nanotechnology and pomegranate. I mean, how more Israeli can you go? And we found out that if you take the big oil drops and you cut them to small nanodrops, then they won't stay in the liver but actually go into the blood. From the blood they know how to go into the brain by themselves, this special lipid which is in the pomegranate seed oil, and there they can do this process of cleaning the nerve cells out of free radicals and garbage which we have there all the time. So we actually don't even touch the mechanism of aging or of neurodegeneration, we just do cleaning. Keep the cells healthy for longer time with the garbage, whatever is the process. So we have not kind of discovered anything special, but we have taken our fruit, our nanotechnology methods, and make it as best as we can so everybody can take it and live longer.
This is obviously very promising. I mean, it's very promising. I mean, to know that you are advancing science. I mean,
it's actually
like the dream of every doctor. But do you see, in the next few years, as this continues, that it can be something that could also be used just for people before aging to kind of prevent the cells from dying off?
We definitely believe it as a preventive treatment for people before aging, Alzheimer, Creutzfeldt-Jakob, Parkinson, and so. Because as I told you, once our brain cells die, there is no way of regenerating, so we need to do it in advance. And also, we have to remember that aging is for everybody, and Alzheimer is for half of us, or I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the statistics I was looking, by 2030, the dementia rate is expected to double to 70 million
Exactly.
people.
Can you imagine? So if...
is it just because people are living longer? That's really the reason?
Yeah,
but it's not environmental factors.
Yeah, and many of my colleagues are working on very, very expensive treatments, specific antibodies, small molecules, and this will cost a lot of money. So we need something that we can give to everybody as prevention, and maybe not the perfect medicine, but good enough to live you more 10 years, or as an alert adult that can have a good life. Isn't it what we want? I mean, we want to get to a certain age, maybe retire, and then have a good time.
You want to remember what you do when you retire.
Have the best time that we can.
Can this be used? Do you see this one day being incorporated into a cure? Like, is it possible to cure one day?
Definitely. I don't know if the cure is possible. This is a great debate, because as I said, there is no going back in neurology. So the question is, how can we handle this of the cure? But definitely, if we can do prevention, and for this, for the oxidation, and other people discover other components that can prevent the aggregation of proteins, which are junk inside our cell brains, definitely this will going to be part of the cocktail. And definitely I see it today as the cocktail that we need. You know, we take aspirin, we take care of our blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, and everything, which actually are all components of this complex cocktail that we have, just to let us live better. And of course, we also have to take care of our brains.
Right. Wow. It's really very, very promising, exciting, and you know, no coincidence, you know, that science is now starting to catch up to what all of the ancient people knew about these superfoods.
No coincidence.
We didn't even know it as a superfood, the word superfood, like 10 years ago.
I know, but we have to remember that we need the superfood, and then we need the science to make it better, and this is what
That's why we have smart, beautiful doctors like you to be able to make this link.
That's what we have to.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing.
Shana
Shana Tova,
Tova.
Great work, great work. Nice to meet you.